Hi. You want to make comics but don't know how to make a satisfying story? Stick around and I'll help you. There are two types of stories, action-based and character-based. Plot patterns in their strictest form are either one or the other, but you can combine elements of several to form your own story. The quest plot. In this plot, the protagonist is looking for a person, place, or thing. Your main character is specifically looking for something that will significantly change his or her life. In the quest plot, the object of the search is everything to the hero, not simply an excuse for launching the story. Your character is shaped by the quest and his success or failure at obtaining the object of the search. Don't confuse the quest with the adventure plot. In the adventure plot, the hero's trials and tribulations have no effect on him as a human being. Even though the quest plot is very physical, it relies heavily on the protagonist being a fleshed-out character. The object of the search alters the hero's character in some way. It's very, very important that by the end of the story, the character has some realization that changes him or her. Remember, the story falls apart if you take out the specific object of the hero's quest. In a quest plot, the hero starts at home and then usually winds up back at home. But the character moves around a lot, always seeking and searching. But the goal, other than finding the object itself, is wisdom. All the characters in quest stories learn something about the world and themselves. Sometimes they return home as heroes. Sometimes they return as disillusioned and sick. A lesson has been learned, a lesson that has shaped them. So let's structure the quest plot. Act 1, the setup. The hero is forced to move from home. This move can be either by necessity or desire. Whatever the case, something spurs the protagonist into action. This decision to act leads directly to the first major event away from home. Now, your protagonist should really clearly identify what it is he or she is looking for. Give your hero the proper motivation for going on the quest. The intent of the character to find whatever object they're looking for is different from the motivation. Motivation is the reason that you want to get this object. Towards the end of Act 1, the protagonist picks up a traveling buddy, a companion, that as a direct result of the motivating incident. Now, the reason that we wait until towards the end of Act 1 is that gives us time to focus on understanding who our protagonist is without getting complications with somebody new and what have you. But we just wait until towards the end. That's best. The buddy is a character who helps the hero achieve the quest. Now, the hero is not a loner. He relies on the help of others, and he might even have several buddies. But it's important that you have that group to finish the goal. Be careful. If you don't introduce your buddies in Act 1, then you'll be accused of bringing them in at the right time, just in the nick of time to get them out of a tight spot. That's terrible storytelling. Act 2, the roller coaster ride. This is the journey to realization. The hero must physically experience the ups and downs unexpected turns and twists, bursts of speed, and a feeling of uncertainty. That's the roller coaster ride. Obviously, as the middle, Act 2 connects the beginning of the story with the end. Now make it as exciting as possible, but make sure that every event, everything that happens in Act 2 contributes to understanding character or the significance of the object in the quest. Act 3, the climax and resolution. In the quest plot, the revelation occurs once the hero has obtained or is denied the object of the search. It isn't unusual for there to be additional complications as a result of obtaining the goal. The twist. Things may not be what they seem to be. Maybe what the hero has been searching for all this time isn't what he really wanted. But there is the moment of realization. That is the insight by the hero as to the very nature and meaning of the quest itself. At the climax of the story, your hero confronts the realities experienced during the journey. He either rejects these lessons or he accepts them and he grows. So there you have the basic pattern of the quest story. What you do with it is only limited by your creative abilities.